Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you're having a good weekend. This is just going to be one of our little weekend chats. Not about food today. Just talking about a little topic called happiness. And I like to get off that food thing every once in a while because there's other issues that are important out there. But the food, I'll tell you what, I always like to throw in. If you're eating on the right path, if you're eating the right things, if you're eating with the right mindfulness, you're going to be happy. All this food stuff, I see so many people out there going back and forth at each other, attacking each other, people complaining about this and that, and I'm just like, you know what, your food really doesn't mean very much if it's not bringing you any happiness or any inner peace in your life. So yeah, I like to get off the topic of food from time to time, because there is more out there. There's more to explore, there's more to think about. And quite frankly, I'm just, I'm kind of on a kick these days, just telling people, like I was having this discussion with my new roomies last night about just get the food thing done, get that part of it out of the way so you can get on to the real business of living. If you're just planning on playing with the food thing infinitely to try and do it, well, you're not going to have a very happy life, in my opinion. So I was reading a little bit this morning from my guru that I never met, Thich Nhat Hanh, and another little simple lesson. That's why that's when you know you found the real people, because the real people talk, teach, preach, whatever you want to call it, in simplicity. They don't get into language and concepts that are way over people's head. They make it accessible to the people and they make it easy to understand. Basically, so easy a child can understand it. And I was enjoying this one this morning. It's his 5 simple rules for happiness. Number 1, a lot of this stuff is really common sense. Life is common sense. When you start looking for deep philosophy and ways of thinking and just trying to get complicated, you're going to confuse yourself and be less happy. So just keep it simple all the time. Number 1 is free your heart from hatred. That should be just. Does that even really need to be talked about? No. Just free your heart from hatred in all forms. It's just, there's no real exceptions there. Just do it. Number 2, free your mind from worries. Take control. I was talking about this last night too, how about the time I came to this food thing, this path thing, new consciousness type thing. There were a lot of different things going on. And that was just one of the things that I decided to eliminate from my life. I decided to eliminate stress and worry from my life. I used to be one of those that worried about everything. I'm depressed. I'm worried about this. Worry, 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 worry. And what did that worry ever solve? It didn't ever solve anything. All it did was stress me out more, get me inside my head. So I just freed my mind. I flipped that switch. I haven't talked about flipping that switch in a long time, but I just flipped that switch and I decided I wasn't going to have worries anymore, because to worry about something is just false. It's an illusion. It's what, I don't know exactly what you would call it, but worry never solves a problem. Worry never makes a situation better. Worry only gives you anxiety, gives you stress, which stress is bad for the body. It leads to physical problems. It leads to bad decisions. So, yeah, just not allowing worry to be part of life. Number 3, live simply. The more complicated things get messed up when they get complicated. Simple living, to some people that have a lot of things or that value things, they're just going to be looking at this like, I don't even know what the hell this guy's talking about. But you'll find a certain peace and simplicity that the things just won't give you. Just as simple as that. You come to appreciate things more. You come to appreciate real things more. We were walking to the market this morning. I was showing my roomies the fruit market for the first time. And we passed a heliconia plant, just a beautiful red flower, and they're everywhere. And I'm like, you know what? 10 years ago, 5 years ago, how much did I appreciate this? Did I notice these very little simple things, just the simple things that don't cost any money or whatever that I have around me every day, just beauty. That has become probably one of the biggest joys in my life. Give more. give more, I'm not even sure that's an altruistic thing, because if you've ever given or if you've ever done something for somebody and really seen them receive that, that's probably it's probably selfish, because it just makes you feel really good when you're able to give more. I mean, it's something, you got to do it to really understand it. But giving, there's nothing to describe it. I wish I could do more. I wish I could give more. I wish I could put myself in situations to give more, and that's what I strive for every day, because it is a really good feeling. And it's not a good feeling. I'm not talking about, like, ooh, look at me doing well. It's just it's one of the most honest, good feelings you'll ever feel. You don't have to tell anybody about it. Nobody even has to know you have done it. That feeling is there, believe me. And expect less. Jesus, in the first world, man, we've come to believe, like, well, one of the things is that I talk about that one of the biggest things I learned when I moved to Costa Rica was the difference between wants and needs and expectations. We've just come to expect so much, and especially in our first world life. We have conveniences around us every day. I mean, honestly, I go back to the States and I see poor people that they got nothing. I'm sorry, but they got nothing to really be complaining about, because they're living in a house. I'm like, I live in places where there's real poor people. When they say poor, they're living in a house with nothing in it. I'm in the first world. I go to the States and I see a poor house that's got 4 TVs in the house, a couple of cars out in the driveway. And it's like, come on. In the first world, we've just gotten ridiculous as to what our expectations are and what we think we have to have for basic everyday life. Simplicity is freedom. It frees your mind. It frees your body. I mean, it just gives you happiness that you can't even imagine. That you feel, you kind of feel stupid sometimes, or I do anyway. Like, felt like I was chasing my tail for a bunch of stuff to make me happy for years and years and years, and it was there all along. Simplicity in life. So just thought I'd share that with you today. I was thinking about Thich Nhat Hanh last night. I was telling them about him and talking about how he's in his last years. He's not actively teaching anymore. He had a stroke, I think, in 2014, 2015. But his knowledge and his thoughts are going to be with us forever. So anyhow, just a little Saturday sharing. I hope you like this one. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel, and hope you are having a beautiful weekend, my friends. I love you, each and every one of you, and I appreciate you watching every day. Peace.